Episode 78. Safe Place to Hide. Smita walked into Anita's cabin almost in tears. Nawab has benched me, yaar Ani, for one full month. I can't even face my team now. I tell you, Ani, I so hate this guy. How I wish I could find something to blackmail him, to bloody nail him, to use it against him. You know, some pic, some audio, some कुछ भी. साले को छोड़ो ही ना मैं तो. साले का कोई अफेयर भी नहीं है यार ऑफिस में. Goes straight home every evening at 7 to be with his horrible wife and children. अरे यार अनिया, how I wish I could find something against him यार. Anita recalled some rumors between Nawab and Shalini. Hey, Smita, didn't Nawab have something with that Shalini from the marketing team? No, yaar. They were just rumors, office grapevine. Nawab used to hate Shalini just as much as he hates me now. He had fired Shalini. She remained jobless for one full year. Thanks to her mama, she finally got a job with Ultra Siemens. She has that mama यार. मेरा तो कोई भी नहीं है यार. Anita felt sorry for Smita. The two of them had been together in the MBA program, and coincidentally they were taken up by the same company office at Mumbai. साला खुद IIM से है, so he thinks that our MBAs are from some fake college. अरे boss, our institute is ranked 9th in India among business schools. And don't forget, we interned with Google for our summer internship. But Nawab treats us like insects, yaar. Especially me. Just because I goofed up on one presentation, he treats me like shit. कुछ करना यार अनी. कुछ find out something that we can use against him, yaar. On the way to the new cafe that Ajit had chosen for their rendezvous, Anita thought of the growing rift between Nawab and Smita. Nawab was universally disliked. He was too interfering and wanted everything to be done as per his style and manner. The smallest mistake would anger him, and the sinner would hear no end of it. He never cared for his employees. He just needed the work done in the bare minimum time. If the team had to spend sleepless nights over it, Nawab couldn't care less. Today evening he had left early as he was flying to Chennai. Everyone in the office visibly relaxed, and Anita discovered that she could focus more and her output was better. When Anita entered the cafe, she found it to be very ordinary and wondered why Ajit had chosen it. As Anita settled at a corner table, she almost missed a heartbeat. She saw Nawab, accompanied with a middle-aged lady. The two quietly climbed onto the first floor without looking around. Anita was stunned. ये तो चेन्नई जाने के लिए निकला था ना? Then what is he doing here? When Ajit got to know about this, he discreetly bribed a waiter to find out what was Nawab doing on the first floor. Ajit was with the New Age Times, and his beat covered drugs dealing, the pathetic condition of orphanages and old age homes run by the government, sexual abuse of children in remand homes, and so on. The waiter returned after a while and told them that there was no one there who fitted Nawab's description. Ajit motioned Anita to keep quiet. The two of them quickly left, not wishing to attract any attention at all. Next morning, Raghav, the senior manager, summoned Anita. Anita was handling a Hyderabad-based client, Property Builders Limited. There were some glaring gaps in their campaign. So Raghav asked Anita to take the first flight to Hyderabad and sort out the issues. Anita's string of shocks continued. As soon as she checked in at the hotel reception, she found Nawab waiting for her. It took some strength for Anita to calm herself down. Nawab was decidedly unhappy with the way she had handled the marketing, branding, and social media of the client. Anita, this casual attitude towards a client is inexcusable. I don't allow any employee to tarnish the image of the company. You have left us red-faced, really. Design a new campaign immediately and pray that they like this new campaign, or else the company might just lose a valuable client. But you will lose your job. Anita got scared and was angry at herself for not having paid enough attention to this account. She knew that in this year's appraisal, Nawab will stop her increment. But all that can be thought of later. Right now, she had to design a fresh new campaign. Anita was up almost the entire night and so consumed with her work, she didn't realize that Ajit called her several times. Next morning, when she showed the new campaign to Nawab, he wasn't really impressed. Anita was deeply shaken up as she made the presentation to the clients. It was late evening by the time they got done. As Anita headed back to her hotel, she saw 6 missed calls by Ajit and more than a dozen messages. Without reading them through, she typed back, "Just got done with meeting, dog tired. Will catch up on sleep, will call once awake." But before she reached the hotel, Tanya from the HR department called up and asked Anita to take the late night flight back to Mumbai. A tired and upset Anita lost her cool and shouted at Tanya, "Tanya, do you know it's almost 7 p.m.? If I take a late night flight, I will have to leave in about 30 minutes for the airport. I've not eaten anything, haven't slept in the last 2 days. How can you be so inhuman, Tanya, to ask me to come back tonight? Do you know I will land at 1 a.m. in Mumbai? And it will almost be 3 a.m. by the time I reach home. Hey, Anita, you don't shout at me. I did not goof up the property builders campaign, boss. You did. And moreover, these orders to fly back are not from me. They are from Nawab, sir. So better talk to him for taking the flight tomorrow morning. Your tickets are at the hotel reception." And Tanya slammed down the phone. Anita thought her head is going to burst. She knew Nawab will stop her increment, but she had not thought that he will begin to harass her like this. Now she knew why Smita hated Nawab. At the airport, Anita gulped down a coffee and picked up the phone to call Ajit. But she got a call from Tanya again. Anita, you have a meeting with Raghav sir tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Regarding the Property Builders Limited account. So please reach the office max by 9:30. An email has also been sent to you. Before Anita could even protest, Tanya slammed down the phone once again. These inhuman idiots! Reaching the office at 9:30 a.m. means she will have to leave by 8:30 from home. Which means she might get just a 4-hour sleep at the most. Anita was furious. But this fury turned to anxiety because she understood that Raghav was doing all of this under Nawab's orders. Anita realized that her job was at stake now. She began to panic. Nawab had trapped Shalini exactly like this and had fired her. Anita was almost trembling as she entered the office at 9 a.m. She hadn't slept a wink the whole night. She had typed and retyped her apology and her explanation several times and was still not satisfied with the result. She hadn't eaten anything since last evening, so her body and mind were feeling terribly drained. Anita had to take a taxi home from the airport as Ajit was on his beat, hot on the trail of a case. her phone began to beep again and again. Messages from Ajit. There were some 20 photographs of Nawab. Nawab talking with women, transgenders, and other strange looking people in shady places, which were dimly lighted. These were CCTV images. A long message from Ajit followed about Nawab's involvement in drug dealings. His job was to supply money to various dealers. His high position in the corporate world would never make anyone suspicious about his involvement. The trips to Chennai, Hyderabad, and other places were primarily for this purpose. Ajit asked Anita to be very cautious and careful and not breathe a word to anyone about this. That Nawab was very well connected with the police was so obvious. Anita was stunned. She had never liked Nawab, but she couldn't have ever imagined that he was such a shady character. Oh God, she couldn't believe that she had spent the last 2 days with a drugs dealer, a criminal, a lawbreaker. Hi Annie, how was your trip to Hyderabad? Kab aayi वापस? I thought you will come back today afternoon. Anyways, do you know yaar, Ani Nawab has served me notice for 3 months. I will have to look for another job. साले ने ये भी नहीं सोचा that in 3 months how will I find another job? I'm so stressed out यार. क्या करूं? Just a year since I bought the new car. उसके EMIs भी तो जाते हैं ना यार. I'm again telling you यार Ani, if I find something against this idiot, तो I will blackmail him till he becomes blue. Anita stared at her cell phone and without a word entered the boardroom.